Will Bitcoin will Bitcoin hit 100K? This is what we're going to talk about right now. I'm going to show you a little bit of TA in the charts. Nothing fancy, just regular old TA, just basic trend lines, Fibonacci retracements. We'll talk about entries and getting in. If you don't already have Bitcoin, if you don't want to trade, that's fine. Just buy some Bitcoin. That's all. That would be my only suggestion, is that you buy Bitcoin and plan to hold it for a while. For at least you could cash out at the end of this bull run, but the smart move is to hold it at least 4 years. Hold your Bitcoin for 4 years. So we should hit 100K coming up. We haven't hit it yet. We hit 99, but we didn't hit 100. I have a take profit up here at 101. So this is the site I use called, it's Phemex. You can see it up here, Phemex. I'll put a link down in the description if you want it. Just a link. It's not even my affiliate link. It's just a link to get over here and get signed up. Where are we going to hit 100? I was getting a little worried. Been waiting for 100. We were just at it, and now we came down a little bit. We're dipped below this trend line. So Bitcoin had been following this trend line for a little bit here. Started down here. What I did notice is that it was changing the trajectory of the trend. So we started here, down 86 on the trend line after it spiked up, but it broke the trend line here. It broke this, it broke away from the trend line and now moved a little bit steeper. And then I noticed that it was still moving steeper. So we have this one right here. And we can make that a little bit bigger just so we can see what I'm talking about. And yellow. I think yellow stands out more. So this trend line right here on the yellow, and we were starting to break it. We dropped down, so I was getting a little worried, actually. I was like, oh boy, here we go. Are we going to fall back down to, where are we going to land? And it'll probably be right here is where we would land, right at 93. So 93 should be some support. I do have my liquidation is right there. So, but I do have some other buy orders try to hopefully bail me out if we drop down. So I was getting worried, but we look like we are recovering. I mean, this is a good bounce. I mean, that's a good bounce. We are 5 minutes away from the hour. So as long as we hold this candle above 98, we should be, so we don't want to come below. I would say we definitely don't want to come below this yellow line. If we start to break down below this yellow line again, we're going to be in trouble. What I do expect, though, is for this to stop and top out, and then we're going to come back down. We're going to curl back down and hit this line at 97.9 or so, right at the top. Right at the top here. So this is where I put this line, right at the top of this this spurt up. So, and it's also touched on this line several times. So it's been support. You could say that it dropped all the way down here, and this is more support, but this is where it really, it shot back up. Look, so it kind of shows you that was a little too deep. That price was, dropping down, was rejected by buyers. We're on our way back up. Now we just have to come back onto this trend line, right? So my diagonal trend line here is what we want. So this guy, we want the price to get back up here, start bouncing, and maybe even take a steeper climb on up. But I'll tell you what, I've been watching Bitcoin, and I'm always worried that we're gonna bail and we're gonna crash. But the thing is, this is a big move, but not too bad, right? We came down and retraced. We captured some of that value there. There was a little bit of liquidity there. And and then down here, I mean, look at it. It's just, there's really no gaps, there would be a gap here, but we collected it. Came up, oh, there's a gap. We came down, we collect, it's just stair stepping its way up very slowly. And I say it's like, like a frog in boiling water. When you put a frog in water in the pot and then you turn on the stove, the frog doesn't even know it's boiling till it's too late. And that's kind of what's happening with the price of Bitcoin right now. Like you're kind of waiting for a retrace, but all it's really doing is just climbing the steps. I mean, we're already at 98, 98.9. We hit 99,000. We hit $99,667. So let's go to the daily. Let's open this up a little bit. Now I have all these other buys in there. They were as insurance, honestly. Like as we go up, I'm like, oh, that could be a good spot. That could be a good spot. But if we look at the daily, what was it? Okay, so here's November 5th, right? So right after the election was called, we shot up, little stair step in, and then we shot up. And a lot of people call this a bull flag or a bull pennant. And then so it's gonna send us a lot farther up. So the momentum is this is where we would have gaps, right? So if we start to fall below these lines, then I'd start to get worried for a crash. But I mean, not a crash, but just down here, probably to this red line. That's probably why I drew it there. And that's right at 73. So I don't see us going any lower than that. But don't sit around and wait to get in, because we could very well, like I said, although these candles are steep, there hasn't been a ton of volatility. It just keeps climbing its way up for the most part. We got through our volatility through the 8 months or so. Like from here, when it shot up, like this is all after the ETF, and we topped out at 73.9, and that was on March 24. So from March until November, we just like sat in this choppy, volatile Bitcoin. We didn't know what was going on. We're waiting for it to go. Nothing happened. Waited till the elections, shot up, continued momentum all the way up, and now we find ourselves in this range. So, it's why I have my last buy here. Like that would be a good, like there's a gap here from this candle down to here. That's a fair value. I think it's a fair value gap, FVG. I'm starting to learn a little bit more TA, so I'll make some more videos that are more technical. But I'm just going over the basics that I know here. So there could be we were kind of in trouble here because it was coming down. And I think if we lost this level, this yellow line, that we would have came down a lot further, but probably would have seen a bounce right here. Like probably a strong bounce, within this area, right around the 95. So not too worried. I think I do worry a lot because I keep worrying about that crash. I'm in a bunch of trades, and I keep worrying about that crash that takes you out. But right now it looks like it's doing good. So here, what's the price right now? We got 98.6, and I think that what I was saying. So we'll test this line. See, we came back up. Now we're going to test. We'll see if we bounce. We could drop down a little bit. It could just dip down. A little bit of a gap here. Let me try to open this up. So it could blast right down here to the top of this candle. There's a little wick right there. It could blast down to there real quick, probably. So I would expect it to come down there, which is why I have my buy order right here. I have another buy order at 98. Not a huge account, okay? Not a huge account, but I'm just, I'm in the beginning stages and I'm learning, so I just want to share. Let me scroll this down. These are all the trades that I have open. We have ADA, Algo, AVAX, BNB, BOEM, Book of Meme. There's the Bitcoin, Dogecoin. I have these all at 50x because the trades, I started out with a lower leverage. These are 11. That's 11. So I would even start, I probably have some down. Look, I have a 5. I have Solana at 5, and that one's down 10%, right? So I wanted to get in, but I was still worried about volatility, and I didn't want to sit there and watch it because I'm watching Bitcoin all the time. So what I usually do with my trades is I'll start early with low leverage and a higher number, even though I'm only betting a couple dollars at a time. But that's where my budget is right now. I have everything locked up in Bitcoin. And then I'm trading Bitcoin on perpetual. So I'm using my Bitcoin, I'm leveraging my Bitcoin to earn more Bitcoin, if that makes sense. It's actually kind of magical. It's just as long as you don't lose your Bitcoin, right? Like, don't lose your Bitcoin. And that's kind of why I'm stuck to the charts. And I'm actually making these videos because I'm just stuck to the charts. And I bet there's somebody else out there just like me who needs a little bit of help, wants some guidance, wants to know what's happening. And I have a little bit of technical analysis ability. I've been spending a lot of time learning this past year. And this is my third crypto market, my third crypto run. Definitely learned a lot in the past 2. Learned a lot already in this market, in this crypto run, that will serve me in the next run. So understanding when to buy, when's the right time to buy, when to let go, learning a lot more about the crypto market and how it works. So just, learning a lot, having a good time with that. But right now the goal for me and on this channel is I want to get to 1.5 Bitcoin. So that's my goal for the end of the year. Right now I have 0.9. You can I have 0.09 is what I meant. So you can see my balance right there. That's available balance. I have 0.05, and I'm trying to turn, and I have more in the trades too. So I'm trying to turn my small little investment of Bitcoin into a lot of Bitcoin by trading on perpetual leverage trading. So we'll see how that goes. If you want to follow me, you want to see how that goes, go ahead. So, all right, that's it for now. Just maybe I'll tune back in when we get past 100. But as far as 100 goes, oh wait, yeah. Before I finish off, let me share the last part. So prices, right? Where do we see prices going? Why do I have my price set right here? There's a couple reasons. I think it's the bull flag is why I'm doing that. But let's go to my trading view because that's where it's a lot better. Okay, no, we want to get you out of here. We're going to go to my trading view. Okay. Now let's put this guy in here. So I use trading view to chart things out. And what this is right here, this is a Fibonacci extensions, what you see at these rainbows, for those that don't know. When doing price discovery for uncharted area, like I don't know the best way to do this. Let's do it. That one's too polluted. Let me just go over to the Coinbase chart. Okay. So I have the indicator on that shows me where all the gaps are, fair value gaps. Don't pay attention to those. What we want to do is talk about the Fibonacci and price discovery. So the way I've learned, and I guess the way to do it, because you don't know where it's going to go. You have no historical data to tell you where the price is going to go. So what you do is you take from the top of the previous high market, and this is going back years, right? This is the 2021 top right here. And then we'll go to the bottom of the swing. So we'll come down to here. So watch. I got it on. And we'll go from here down to the bottom. We'll just touch the bottom there. And here's, so the price came down to the bottom, and now it's swinging back up. And where's our price discovery going to be? See, we hit the top from the last one, and then just kind of poked through, had some fun, came down, retested, came back up, tested that again, that all-time high, down, up, down, down, down. Came down really far here. That was a good retracement there. And now we're moving back up. So our first target, based off the Fibonacci, is going to be $102,000. That area, right? So 102, right? We expect it to break 100, just shoot up there. It could fire back down, right? It could just shoot up and then fire back down. I don't know where my drawing tool is. I'm not going to try and figure that out right now. Okay. So what could happen is, I wish I gotta have one. Okay, what could happen is we could shoot up, hit the line, come back down, retrace somewhere, maybe somewhere in here in these gaps. Like I would say something like this. If we reject hard from there, we'll probably come all the way down, collect this gap, and then come back up. We're gonna test that line again, come up, got to come back down, test that, and then fire up here. Something like that. It's gonna happen fast. And if it does this crash, that'll happen fast. It'll come down, bang, 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 and it's gonna be up. It's gonna move fast, and that's why I say like trading it is not great. But you always want to hold it. You always want to just hold it till it gets to a certain point, or hold it forever, whichever you want to do. Or the other scenario is this. So it could do this, boom, boom, boom. Or what I think, and what I was looking at when I was looking at the previous, bull markets, what I saw was this. It would come up past the 1.6 level, and it would kind of stop somewhere in here. It wouldn't hit the 216 immediately, but then there would be a retrace, right? So they'd have to test this line. But usually what it does, it comes down and probably grabs some liquidity. That'd be these are crazy drops right here, but this is what happens. And then it fires back up, and then it'll play with this line a little bit. It'd be around this area, around the 150, 160. Now if you take, think about the retracements, because Bitcoin does see like a huge retracement sometimes. So if we went from there, So 30 is not out of the question, 30%. And this would be 30 right here. So if it went up to 130,000 and then retraced, that would bring us down to 89,000. That's a 30% retrace. I think we have seen 40% retraces. So it could retrace 40% all the way down to 73. It's going to come down to 73, and if it does, not that it will, but if it did, it would bounce. It certainly, most certainly, would bounce here. There's so much consolidation. Sorry, there's so much consolidation right here in this area that if it did come down, like, this is what it would look like for real. Like, I really think that this is a real scenario. Boom. So when it comes down here, I'm planning to load up when it drops down here. I'm waiting for that big one, that really big drop, and I'm gonna load up on a trade and try to ride this all the way up. So right now I'm being very cautious. I'm watching the charts, trying to get in and out. So that's it. Yeah, if you want more videos, definitely give me a like, and I'm definitely gonna do some more videos as I learn more. I'm gonna be I've been following some people online, CryptoFace and Jason Casper, and those guys. I've been learning a lot from them, and I want to learn. I'm going to learn how to use the Market Cipher. They have a Market Cipher indicators, which is an extra. It's an extra service, but it's a software or something like that you get on your TradingView. Like, I'll put it on this software, this online software, and it's going to give me certain indicators. So I plan on getting that, learn how to use that, giving out. Just giving out some advice, not advice, but just showing you what I'm doing, and then you can follow along if you want. Happy to teach, happy to help. Because I'm looking at this as a way out. A way out of poverty, a way out of the hamster wheel. I think that we're onto some. We're on the cusp, if that's the word. We're at the beginning of a super big wealth transfer. Bitcoin's going to suck liquidity out of all the markets, and we have 4 to, I think, probably 8 years to really accumulate and take advantage of as much as possible, as much Bitcoin as you can get. So if you're here right now, if you're still listening and you still listen to all that, you must be interested. You must be, into Bitcoin, into trading it, or a real believer in this. So if you are, go ahead and let me know. Just, let me know that you're all in on Bitcoin in the comments below. And I appreciate you. And I'll be giving out some good videos, more videos like this. Okay. All right. Peace.